The modern world is teeming with conformists, but some, known as Sigma males, choose differentiation. These men are independent and ambitious, unbound by societal norms or gender roles. They set and achieve personal goals without seeking approval or boasting about their victories. Often perceived as rebellious, they uphold their own standards. But what sets them apart? Their fondness for rule-breaking. Stick around and let's uncover the rules Sigma males are breaking. Rule number 1 that Sigma males break: you must fit into the social hierarchy. The social hierarchy, that age-old construct that dictates who's on top and who's at the bottom. It's the jungle rule, the alpha and omega, the king of the hill game that most of us are all too familiar with. But here's the thing, Sigma males, they don't play by these rules. They don't even play the game. Instead, Sigma males opt out of this traditional social hierarchy. They're the lone wolves, the wanderers, the men who walk their own path. They don't see the point in fighting for dominance or accepting submission. They're not interested in being the alpha, nor are they content to be a beta. They're not battling for the top spot, and they're certainly not settling for the bottom. Why, you may ask? Well, it's simple. Sigma males understand that the social hierarchy, while seemingly important, is ultimately a superficial construct. They recognize that it's a system designed to pit individuals against each other in a constant struggle for power and status, and they want no part of it. Sigma males prefer to exist outside of this hierarchy, living life on their own terms. They're not defined by their position on the social ladder, but by their own values, beliefs, and actions. They're not driven by the need for approval or acceptance from others, but by their own sense of self-worth and individuality. And here's the kicker. This doesn't mean they're antisocial or that they shun human interaction. On the contrary, Sigma males can be quite sociable when they choose to be. They simply choose their interactions carefully, valuing quality over quantity, depth over superficiality. In this way, Sigma males break rule number 1 of the social hierarchy. They reject the notion that one's value is determined by their position in the social pecking order. Instead, they carve out their own unique path, living life on their own terms. So, while others jostle for position on the social ladder, Sigma males are off building their own treehouse. Rule number 2 that Sigma males break: you need others' approval. Now let's get one thing straight. Sigma males are not the ones to seek validation or approval from others. It's not about arrogance or indifference. Rather, it's about a deep-seated self-assurance. They know their worth, they understand their abilities, and they are confident in their choices. Picture this, a lone wolf wandering through the wilderness. Does it stop to ask the squirrels if it's going the right way? Does it seek the deer's approval before making a decision? Absolutely not. The wolf knows its path, understands its strengths, and makes decisions based on its instincts, not the opinions of others. That's your Sigma male in a nutshell. Now you might be thinking, but everyone needs some form of validation, right? Well, you're not entirely wrong. We're human, after all. We need to feel valued, appreciated, even loved. But here's the twist. Sigma males get that validation from the most reliable source available: themselves. They don't need a crowd to cheer them on or a chorus of praise to keep them motivated. Their drive comes from within, their motivation is self-generated, and their success, well, it's self-defined. You see, Sigma males don't measure success by the number of thumbs up, hearts, or retweets they get. They don't define accomplishment by the amount of followers, the size of their friend list, or the opinions of others. They know that true success, true accomplishment, is not determined by external validation, but by personal growth, self-improvement, and the pursuit of their own goals. So, the next time you're scrolling through your social media feed, feeling a pang of envy or a twinge of inadequacy, remember the Sigma male. Remember that you don't need the approval of others to validate your worth. You don't need the applause of a crowd to measure your success. Sigma males don't need a like, share, or follow to feel accomplished. Their approval rating, self-validated. Rule number 3 that Sigma males break: you must conform to societal norms. Picture this, a world where everyone thinks, acts, and behaves in exactly the same manner, like a flock of sheep following a set path. No questions asked. Boring, right? Well, that's the world that Sigma males, the enigmatic lone wolves of our society, choose to deviate from every day. Sigma males value authenticity and individuality over conformity. They are the embodiment of the phrase, "to thine own self be true." They don't bow to societal pressure to fit into neatly labeled boxes. Instead, they dance to the beat of their own drum, and that's what makes them so intriguing. Now, this doesn't mean that Sigma males are rebellious or anarchic. They simply follow their own path, even if it goes against societal expectations. They aren't concerned with what's fashionable, trendy, or popular. They aren't interested in joining the rat race or climbing the social ladder. What they are interested in, however, is living life on their own terms, exploring their interests, and pursuing their passions. They understand that life is too short to be spent trying to fit into a mold that doesn't resonate with who they are. They realize that being true to oneself is more fulfilling than fitting into a crowd. They know that the only approval they need is their own. Sigma males have a knack for seeing beyond superficial societal norms. They question, they ponder, and they seek deeper understanding. They don't accept things just because that's how it's always been done. They are constantly evolving, learning, and pushing their boundaries. So the next time you find yourself feeling the pressure to conform, to fit in, to be like everyone else, remember the Sigma male. He's out there carving out his own path, living his life authentically and unapologetically. So while everyone zigs, the Sigma male zags, usually right into something extraordinary. Rule number 4, that Sigma males break. You need to be the center of attention. Ah, the sweet siren call of the limelight. For many, it's an intoxicating allure. The applause, the adoration, the validation, it's a heady cocktail that can be hard to resist. But not for the Sigma male. No, the Sigma male dances to a different tune. Sigma males, the enigmatic lone wolves of society, are comfortable in their own skin and content in their own company. They don't crave the spotlight or seek out opportunities to be the center of attention. Instead, they value solitude and introspection, finding strength in their independence. While others may clamor for validation from their peers, the Sigma male finds satisfaction within himself. He doesn't need the applause of an audience to feel accomplished. His achievements are for him, not for the world to see. His self-worth isn't tied to the number of likes on a social media post, or the compliments he receives at a party. He is his own judge, his own jury, and his own cheerleader. This isn't to say that Sigma males are antisocial or reclusive. They can engage with others, hold meaningful conversations, and even lead when the situation calls for it. But they do so on their own terms, not because they need to be seen or heard, but because they choose to. They don't seek validation from others, but from within themselves. In a world that often equates visibility with importance, the Sigma male's approach may seem counterintuitive, even rebellious, but there's a certain power in not needing the approval of others, in being comfortable with oneself, in being one's own stage. So, the next time you find yourself chasing the spotlight, remember the Sigma male. Remember that you don't need the applause of others to validate your worth. Remember that there's power in being comfortable with yourself and being your own stage. Who needs the spotlight when you're your own stage? That's the Sigma way. And the list of rules Sigma males break doesn't stop there. Moving right along, we dive into Rule 5, the need for materialistic success. Now, don't get me wrong, Sigma males aren't immune to the allure of a good life, but they definitely don't measure success by the number of zeros in their bank account. Instead, they value personal growth, knowledge, and experiences over shiny objects. They understand that material possessions are fleeting, while self-improvement and experiences are truly invaluable. Next up, Rule 6, the fear of being different. Sigma males, fearful of being different, far from it. They revel in their uniqueness. They don't fear standing out from the crowd, rather, they embrace it. Sigma males understand that difference is not a deficiency but a strength. They are unapologetically themselves, refusing to conform for the sake of fitting in. On to Rule 7, the need to compete. In a world where everyone is caught up in a race to outdo each other, Sigma males step aside. They understand that life isn't a competition but a journey. They focus on their own path, not distracted by others' progress. They're not in the game to win, they're in it to grow and learn. Finally, Rule 8, the fear of solitude. Many people equate solitude with loneliness, but Sigma males beg to differ. They find comfort and peace in their own company. They don't see solitude as something to be feared, but rather as an opportunity to reflect, recharge, and reconnect with themselves. So there you have it. Sigma males break the rules not out of rebellion, but out of a deep understanding of their own needs and values. They don't break the rules for the sake of it, but because they found a different, more fulfilling path. And there you have it. The rule book of life that Sigma males seem to have misplaced. So what can we learn from these rule-breaking Sigma males? Well, for one, we can learn a lot about the beauty of self-confidence. Sigma males radiate this quiet confidence that doesn't scream for attention, but rather whispers of self-assuredness. They don't need the validation of others to feel good about themselves, and that's something we can all aspire to. Then there's independence. Sigma males break the rules of societal expectations, choosing to live life on their own terms. They are not swayed by the crowd or by trends. Instead, they follow their own path, charting their own course in life. This is a refreshing take in a world where we are often told to fit in and follow the crowd. And let's not forget authenticity. Sigma males are true to themselves. They are not afraid to show the world who they really are, warts and all. They don't put up a facade or try to be someone they're not. This level of authenticity is freeing and empowering, and it's something that we can all strive for. So if you've been feeling trapped in societal expectations, if you've been yearning for more freedom and authenticity, maybe it's time to take a leaf out of the Sigma male's book. Embrace your own version of self-confidence, carve out your own path of independence, and start living your life with authenticity. But remember this, being a Sigma male is not about being a rule breaker for the sake of being rebellious. It's not about disregarding rules just to appear cool or edgy. It's about choosing to live life on your own terms, even if that means breaking away from societal norms. Remember, it's not about breaking rules for the sake of it. It's about living life on your own terms, Sigma style. So, are you ready to break some rules and embrace your inner Sigma? Let's take a moment to look back at the journey we've been on. We've explored the enigma of Sigma males and the rules they're not afraid to break. From challenging the social hierarchy to rejecting the need for approval, they march to the beat of their own drum. They don't conform to social norms, nor do they seek attention. They are the masters of their own lives, living the Sigma way. These Sigma males, they're not just rule breakers, they're rule rewriters. They question societal norms and expectations, choosing to embrace their individuality above all else. They epitomize the concept of being comfortable in one's own skin, proving that it's okay to be different. So let's take a leaf from their book. Let's embrace our uniqueness, our individuality, our inner Sigma. Until next time, remember, it's not about fitting in, it's about standing out, Sigma style.